I actually hate my hair. My natural hair has always been a problem for me. It takes away from my attractiveness and I damaged it severely.
A lot of times you find Black women just bashing people that go back to relaxers, that wear wigs, just going back to what feels comfortable. Such is the way of trauma. You will look for the thing that makes you feel comfortable, that soothes that anxiety and insecurity about our hair. Have grace for the women around you that are not yet, or that may never get to a place where they are embracing their hair. It's sad, but that is trauma.
Confession time. I actually hate my hair. I know hate is a very, very strong word. I want to feel secure. I want to love it, but I don't know how to embrace my hair in public without feeling these huge pangs of insecurity, feeling like my hair is something wrong.
This is a sad story, and unfortunately, it is actually the reality for a lot of Black women. She just had the nerve, the confidence, the bravery to actually speak out and honestly face her fears, especially at these times where people are ridiculed and criticized and shamed and bullied online. This is a sad story about a woman that hated her hair to boldness. She hated it so much, didn't care for it so much that she actually started losing it. It is true. If you don't love, if you don't nurture the things that you claim to love, you lose them.
Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Just Shani, and today I want to talk about my hair and the love-hate relationship that I have with it. Now, hair is something that is very touchy and very, would I say, controversial in the Black and African community. And my hair, loving my hair, or just being comfortable and knowing how to take care of my hair in its natural state is something that I have struggled with for years. Now, I know hate is a very, very strong word, but it's something that I truly feel when it comes to the topic of my hair. I want to feel secure. I want to love it because it is the hair that is growing out of my head. I want to love it in its natural state. I want to learn how to take care of it in its natural state. But I don't know how to embrace my hair in public without feeling these huge pangs of insecurity, feeling like my hair is something wrong. For you guys to even understand what I'm saying, we have to just take it back a little bit to the beginning.
This is the reality for a lot of us. Like, depending on your upbringing, depending on what people that were in your life that were raising you, that were role models to you, said about their own hair and therefore your hair, it may have altered your view of your own hair and likely to have made you feel insecure or not confident with your own hair. This is a reality for a lot of us.
For starters, I have natural 4C hair. For as long as I can remember, my natural hair has always been a problem for me. First, I didn't even know what natural hair was because I grew up in a time where relaxing your children's hair was the norm. My mom had relaxed hair, her sisters had relaxed hair, my best friend had relaxed hair, and my mom's hair was really long and healthy. So again, that's the norm for me, right? I always heard that my hair was thick and hard. Those specific words, hard, thick, hard to deal with, hard to comb, hard to, in fact, detangling wasn't even a concept that was not a thing. In boarding school is where the seeds of hate started to grow. I got teased a lot for my hair texture because my hair knots. Like when water touches it, it forms in these little clumps that they used to call it maps at the time. You have maps on your hair, you don't comb your hair. Even when I comb my hair, because again, I didn't know what taking care of hair meant at the time, because it was so dry, it would just clump up in little clumps and it didn't look, I guess, neat.
There you have it. Insecurities around people calling type 4 textured hair difficult, I guess, or hard, as in physically hard. I remember as a kid as well, like each time we go to the salon, someone will have to be drinking water, had a meal, and have their sleeves rolled up before they deal with your hair. It's almost like you need muscle to deal with this type of hair. I experienced that. On top of this, she was actually bullied for her hair. that adds to the trauma. And I can understand why she just didn't want to do anything about it or actually be confident to wear it.
People would literally bring combs to my hair and try to comb it, and my hair was, again, hard, thick, untamable, and very hard to deal with. So I already started having a stigma around my own natural hair, and I felt compelled to go back to what I was used to, which was relaxing my hair. And once I got the chance to, immediately I started relaxing my hair and got rid of those knots and those the maps. I had to start relaxing my hair on my own, and I damaged it severely.
The simple way around it is to just get a relaxer, as a lot of people do, wear wigs, cover it, what have you. And I don't blame her. And this is why I don't blame people that have relaxed their hair or that go back to relaxers, because I have grace for my fellow Black woman who may not be at the level or the stage where I'm at, who might not get to that stage. A lot of us are dealing with issues that we'll take to our graves, traumas that we'll take to our graves. And simply because you're not out here in the public eye does not mean your life is perfect or that whatever you're dealing with is any better than someone else. People really feel uncomfortable in their natural hair because it's been said to you over and over and over again, it's not good enough, it's not great, it's not the standard. But a lot of times you find Black women just bashing people that go back to relaxers, that wear wigs, that do this. And I understand you're frustrated. It looks like we're going backward because people are just going back to what feels comfortable. Such is the way of trauma. You will look for the thing that makes you feel comfortable, that soothes that anxiety and insecurity about our hair. Have grace for the women around you that are not yet, or that may never get to a place where they are embracing their hair. It's sad, but that is trauma. The divide in the natural hair community where it's like there's us and then there's them and then there's whatever. Come on. If you're a family, people have different personalities, different opinions, different styles and opinions on life, but you're still a family. You still get along. That's my opinion.
Obviously didn't know what I was doing, so I was burning my scalp very often, burning my hair, relaxing my hair way too often, relaxing the relaxed ends, so my hair would just break. It would come out great when I initially do it, but then as like maybe a month or so goes by, it would just fall off, break off, and then I'm back to having my hair like right there. So fast forward to moving to America. That's where I really became exposed to natural hair and the natural hair movement. Now, I came to America in 2013, and I would say, just based on where I was at the time, there was still discrimination in the Black community against like 4C hair. It's known as the bad hair, which is really ridiculous because it's all hair, okay? I got introduced to this girl called Dejanay Jones. Her hair was so beautiful. Now, I don't know if her texture is exactly 4C, but she had a full fro. I believe now she has locks. Her hair is still beautiful regardless. It was a full fro, big hair, and I was just so fascinated by it. There and then I decided I want to grow my hair like this.
And there you have it. Inspiration. The more you have people around you that are doing something, the more you're influenced to try it out. So, hello, subscribe to Coily Diaries. She wears her natural hair. But anyway, jokes aside, the point is, even if the people around you are still in relaxers and wigs, etc., and you're natural, keep going. It might not be the people immediately around you, but it might be generations after you that will look back and say, hey, this lady wore her hair, I loved it, I'm gonna embrace mine. Trauma will take generations to actually phase out, if ever. So just because the natural hair community has been and gone does not mean the trauma's gone. Like, obviously we still have issues here.
But again, I still wasn't able to commit to it because my hair doesn't look like that. 2016, 2017, I decided to just stop messing with the hair completely because one, it was expensive to keep buying these relaxers, burning my scalp, burning my hair. It was very uncomfortable. I had like flaking. I started developing dandruff, and my mom would tell you I never had dandruff, but all the burning, the irritation, the constant irritation of my scalp, I did a big chop. And my hair actually started growing, and I started observing that I had coils in my hair. And I was so excited by this because again, I've never really looked at my hair, but we're still talking about a girl who is so used to having her hair straight and having it look one way.
Isn't that sad though? To be grown and to have never really known, felt, understood, or recognized your curl pattern or texture or the characteristics of your hair. It's a part of you. That is sad.
So when it started to grow and it got to this really awkward stage, which is the stage that I'm in now, I was very uncomfortable with it. I was uncomfortable with how I was presenting in public. I was uncomfortable with the low fro and my hair being the way it was because again, I'd constantly heard that my hair texture is not the right type of texture to have. It's bad hair, it's not manageable, it's hard. I still wore my hair out like that for a while because I didn't want to go back to relaxing and burning my scalp, but your girl was very uncomfortable. So I would wear like little flower crowns, do little things to just make it look better. Sometimes wear a hat, a bandana just to cover it up because I didn't know how to present in public with my natural hair. Honestly, I still don't know how to present in public with my natural hair. It feels awkward, it feels off. I feel like it takes away from my attractiveness, which I shouldn't feel that way, but that's why we're having this conversation, right?
It's important to feel confident, to feel good about yourself, especially when you're dressed, you're stepping out, etc. And I love that she says this blatantly. She does not feel secure in her hair. However, she knows that it's not supposed to be that way. Self-awareness is step one of actually making change wherever it is that you need change to happen. So I applaud her for that.
This was not just all in my head. These were things that I had been told. I remember when I noticed a curl in my hair and I sent a picture of this to my friend. I was like, oh, look, I have a curl in my hair. She's like, girl, that's not a curl, that's a crinkle. And I was so offended, and then she introduced me to the concept of good hair, bad hair. She has a looser curl texture, and she told me that I have bad hair. I've had a couple of people tell me, oh, you have bad hair. And I'm like, that doesn't feel good to hear. But I already had like my own internalized hate, so I just accepted it. I had bad hair.
Sometimes the people that will bring you down the most are your own people. It's so offensive. It's so rude. I've copped it right here on YouTube with people because obviously I seem like I'm not a real person. You just see me on the screen and I'm gone, but I'm a real person. People will just say whatever, however, just because that's so rude. That is rude. It's offensive. Like, yeah. I'm sad that she's had all these points of really harsh or traumatic situations that have made her feel that way about her hair.
I've just gone through a lot with my hair, a lot with feeling like it's inadequate. I don't feel comfortable wearing my hair out in public. I don't feel like I can wear my hair to work. I don't feel like I can wear my hair out to the gym. I do wear my hair out to the gym, but I always have a hat, a bandana. I think I wore it out one time and I felt so uncomfortable. Also, my headphones were slipping off my head, but I felt like people were looking at me a certain way and judging me. But again, it's just the internal voices that I've carried for years. Don't get me wrong, I think I'm a pretty young lady. I feel like I'm some level of attractive. But when I wear my hair out naturally, I feel very, very insecure. I feel ugly and less desirable, which it sucks because I can't control what comes out of my scalp.
She's right. Like, you can't control what God gave you. And it's sad because this is a hair type that is actually the most versatile of all that's being put down. And I read a quote this week that said the reason why people belittle others or put other people down or think, you know, what you have is not as good or you are not the standard, etc., is because a lot of the times it's their own internalized insecurity, or they see themselves as lower than you, or they see you as being higher than them, and therefore to make themselves feel good about themselves, they'll bring you down lower than them so that they continue to feel superior. And honestly, it's sad that people with the most versatile, the most flexible hair there is, are feeling insecure to wear it. Of course, I'm not that person because I've worn my hair like this all my life. My mom has always, for 90% of the time, she's always had a natural hair. And I grew up with natural hair. My sister grew up with natural hair. A lot of people around me had natural hair back home in Africa, or in my circles, I should say. So I'm not uncomfortable. I actually like my hair, especially when I do something about it, or I, put it down in a bun, or, I have a pineapple style. Like, I have confidence and I don't care actually what someone would say. But I do realize that this is not something that just came to me. That happened to me because I was surrounded by people that were okay with their own hair like that. And therefore they were okay with my hair like that. And therefore I grew up just thinking and believing that that's normal and okay. But I'm very empathetic and understanding to someone that may not have that confidence because they were simply bombarded on every turn.
After years of braiding my hair, there was one year I committed to braiding my hair every single month. Of course, there's still protective styles, so my hair is going to grow, which my hair did grow, but I didn't appreciate it. If my hair wasn't where my wig is right now, my hair hadn't grown, which now looking back, I had over 6 inches of hair in like a few months, not a few months, maybe like 6-7 months. But I couldn't appreciate it because 1, I didn't know how to take care of it. 2, it was 6 inches long when I stretched it out, but it looked this short. I'm gonna put a picture right here. I struggled so much with that because I was like, why can't my hair do what other girls' hair are doing?
Shrinkage is a gift, okay? Say that with me. Shrinkage is a gift. Yes, it has its challenges. Yes, it doesn't allow us to see the length, but you can see your length if you want to. And there's ways to stretch natural hair, etc. However, shrinkage is a blessing. Shrinkage is the thing that allows us to do this or this. Elaborate styles, pretty much. We can do anything because of shrinkage and texture and curl type, etc. So we love shrinkage.
With the hair that I had then, I would have loved on that hair. It was growing, it was strong. Now, was I taking care of it? No, it was really dry. It was dry because I didn't know the right products to use, didn't know how to wash and condition my hair properly. I also lack patience because when you have relaxed hair, you just boop, 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 and it's gone. So my answer to everything was braiding up my hair, which is where my big issues started. I wish I had some self-love for my hair back then, but I didn't, and I have damaged it beyond repair at this point. Having heavy braids, long braids, sitting on my braids, having my hair pulled. We won't go past that one. You know how they say it's just hair will grow back? Sometimes it doesn't grow back. And this is just like a cautionary tale to my young ladies out there, or anyone who is struggling with embracing their hair texture for what it is and loving it for what it is. Your hair might not grow back one day, especially when you keep trying to force it to do something it's not meant to do. It's either you just keep it cut or you learn to love it for what it is, which is what I'm trying to do. I've developed traction alopecia. I'm dealing with severe thinning of my hair. There was a point where I finally chopped off all my hair. I actually bought a clippers and I just buzzed everything off because I was dealing with severe pain on my crown, and my hair was falling off there. It was so tender. My scalp was so tender.
For people that say it's just hair, move on. There's more important things to say. Move on. The thing is, I've done a few videos on hair and they're like, so redundant, it's so repetitive. Why do you keep talking about hair? It's just hair, don't you have more important things to do, or we have more important things to do, etc. And I keep asking myself, like, aren't you commenting on this video? Like, aren't you here? You're here for a reason. We love things hair, beauty, and this topic or this issue affects us all. On top of that, it is not just hair in the sense that it's literally people's confidence and security and presentation, front profile. It's not just hair, okay? And it's sad that she has now had her hair falling out because she just had she was hiding it repetitively, not caring for it, not hydrating or moisturizing it, heavy braids, like she said repeatedly, just habits that don't support healthy hair. So yeah, she's suffered traction alopecia.
To touch, because I just messed with it. I think I burnt my scalp from bleaching it with the developer. It was too much. It's just a lot. Growing up is knowing that my hair is not bad. Socially, I had been conditioned to feel that way, but I actually really love my hair texture, and I love how it feels. It's so soft when it's moisturized, when it's taken care of properly, how it feels under my fingers, how my curls, like my hair does what it's supposed to do. This is what it was made to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. At some point, we're going to have to appreciate our hair for what it is. We have to appreciate it for how it is. It's not a mistake. It's not bad hair. It's not hard. It's not thick. It's not untamable. And lucky for us, we're in an age where we have community on the internet, where there are more natural hair creators who have come online, TikTok, Reddit, different places where we have resources and information for us to take better care of our hair. I'm still learning to take care of my hair, but unfortunately I've done irreparable damage to my hair. So now I'm being forced to love my hair in a state that I'm not the most proud of. And I look back at some of my photos of when my hair was just growing natural and I didn't even like it. I hated the appearance, and I look back and there's a little bit of regret and would I say sadness that I look back on those pictures.
Ladies, watch and learn. A lot of the times it's just hair. It will grow up, it will grow back. Well, evidently it does not always grow back. Depends what the damage is that you've caused, you know. And I love that she's embracing it. She's loving it right now, but she's coming out here and saying, hey, if you're in my situation, don't go down this route. Like, yeah, she's regretting not having loved on and looked after her hair and embraced it, etc. And I have a lot of hope that her hair will grow back. And you know, I want to encourage her if she ever watches this video. But if you're in this situation, even if you need to hide your hair, just don't do things that will damage it. You can love it underneath, look after it, and hide it if you need to until you get to a place where you can wear it. But do not do harmful things to your hair or your scalp where now you start losing your hair or causing permanent damage to your follicles.
Because if I could have just loved my hair a little bit more, maybe I would have healthier hair now. So no, I haven't magically grown self-esteem regarding my hair. And no, I don't hate my hair anymore. I love touching it. I love feeling it. I love the fluffiness that comes with it when it's so moisturized. It just feels so good under my fingers. I want to be able to take that feeling and translate it to self-esteem with wearing my hair naturally outside. And hopefully before the end of this year, I'll be able to do that. But until then, I hate my hair, but I don't want to. And I'm learning not to. If y'all have anyone you would recommend to me to get better hair care videos, or who you follow to take care of your own hair, please make sure you put that in the comments for me, because I'm still learning.
I'm a bit confused at this moment. I don't know whether she hates her hair or loves it. I think she may be embracing it, loving it a little bit better, but still insecure to wear it out. This girl is called Just Shenny, I believe. She's new on YouTube. She's a brand new YouTuber. At the time of the making of this video, she had like 20 videos, just over 20 videos. So she's very, very new. Go and support her. Subscribe to her channel. Tell her I sent you. But guys, I just thought this one was a good one to bring out here, because a lot of us are not immune to a lot of the things she speaks about. She's so brave to be able to come out here and say these things. And if you're in her position, please, 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 love your hair. Be gentle with your hair, okay? Even if you can't wear it out, look after it in private until you get to that place, okay? Fake it until you make it. Okay, I am so proud of her for coming out here, putting herself out, even making a video about it. Like, takes a good amount of, you know the word I want to say, but a good amount of confidence, right? to actually be vulnerable here. So well done. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.